So I was at a play reading one night. I think Westwood, I forget where it was. Westwood, I think, is where they used to do these play readings. Dan Loria put them on, or do you remember those, or did you ever hear those? Anyway, it would always be
I know the name.
famous people would be doing
Mm-hmm.
play readings, and you had to be invited. So anyway, I'm at this play reading one night, and I meet, um, well, Jay Acavone, who was an actor. I can't remember what he was on, but he was a client of the company that I worked for. I worked at William Morris Agency, and he was one of our clients, and I knew Jay from being a client. And so he was with this guy named Matt, and he introduced me, and I was like, "You look so familiar." I kept saying, "Have you ever been to blah blah blah?" I was naming all these bars where I had been a bartender at, because I knew everybody, because I worked at all the celebrity nightclubs, so I always waited on celebrities. So I was like, "You look so familiar. You just look so," and I kept naming these different bars. I'm like, "Have you ever been to blah blah blah? Do I look familiar to you? Do you remember me from anywhere?" And he kept saying no, no, no. And finally later somebody said, "Yeah, he's in that new show. It's called Friends." It was Matt LeBlanc.
Oh,
And that's probably where I had seen him, but it was fairly new. It wasn't like, I think it was the first season. And I had seen him somewhere, but I was so used to seeing people that looked familiar in the club. So anyway, it was
yeah, that would be humbling for him. Who are you again?
I know. Well, he was, was new too.
Yeah, he was new. That's true.
But it was a funny story. Another one I just thought of was David Schwimmer from Friends.
Right.
So I guess I do get starstruck with some people, because I loved Friends. I used to love Friends. And even though when I met Matthew LeBlanc, I didn't know he was on that show, and I hadn't watched that show enough to, become attached. But David Schwimmer, I just thought was so cute and so funny. So funny. So I was kind of excited when I waited on him. He used to come to my bar. Another one that he didn't want to be noticed. He did not want to be acknowledged. You could tell. It's like, please don't say anything about what I do.
Right.
He was very nice. He always would give me his credit card. He, at the time he'd come with this beautiful girl, and I think that's who he ended up marrying. But anyway, he was always just very nice and polite, but you could tell he'd be like, please don't notice me. Please don't say anything to me. Please don't mention Friends. But, and I never did. So, but anyway, I was excited to wait on him.